Zach's talking really loud because he can't get on the microphone.
What did you say, Kevin?
That's me way loud now. So, yeah, this will be our little mic. The audio quality is better than before. Let us know what you prefer, our old school one.
Time?
Well, before it's like can't hear me, but you can hear you really well because of the backward mic on there. But we'll have to upgrade our whole vlogging since everyone's enjoying these videos, and I'll keep doing them as long as everyone keeps looking at my ugly mug. But yeah, so Zach and I are kind of in, I wouldn't call it panic mode. I don't know what stages of grief are we in at this point. So
I was
anger,
here 2 years ago.
denial, acceptance.
2 years ago.
I know I've just been trying to struggle along. So what we're talking about, Magic the Gathering, Wizard Coast, you're a trash company. I hate you. I hope you at this point fail. You've done everything possible to destroy this game and destroy your strategic partners. I don't know how I can support you any longer, but I'm too deep. I'm too deep with what. And here's the thing. This is where I keep bouncing back and forth. Is I'm kind of on, like, if you go watch Rudy's, one of his latest video, he's like, I hope everyone gets eviscerated at the high-end level. I hope they fire everyone. I hope their heads go on a chopping block. I hope they never get corporate jobs again anywhere because of how terribly bad they've destroyed Magic the Gathering. And the saddest part is they destroyed it at its height when things like Lord of the Rings and All Will Be One and well, I wouldn't even say it's height though, because there's been some massive problems for years, but it was still in a relatively healthy state before Wizards of the Coast decided just to FOMO everyone to death and just keep trying to milk those whales until, I mean, they've overwhaled. There's no one left. I had another person that I have been talking to for years. It was a massive spender. We're talking thousands of dollars per month on just huge Magic the Gathering fan. Quit, completely gone. Been playing since revised. I mean, even a little bit earlier, collecting everything. Used to go to all the events. It's just, when these type of people are leaving the game, it is really scary with Wizards Go. So what happened today? Secret Lair, Las Vegas. So basically there's like this package deal that if you attend Las Vegas, you get like this, I think it's just an entry to draft. So I don't know exactly what they do with these bundles, but it's part of like the gig. If you go to the Magic Con in Vegas, you can get a discounted deal on stuff. I'm actually okay with those type of things because it requires people to actually like attend. It's promotional at that point. So I'm okay with like Wizards of the Coast doing some promotional deals for people to actually attend events. That is fine with me. What I don't like is saying, oh, are you going to miss out on Las Vegas? Well, we're going to give this deal to everyone that decides they want to have this deal. So I'll be breaking it down more in the Rogue Deck Builder channel because I think it makes a good Rogue Market video, even though it's not Monday, it's Tuesday, but that's pretty classic for Rogue Deck Builder. And just showing you how horrible that this is. Like, they've done some Magic 30, yeah, that was awful. They've done some horrible things, but this one is just an absolute spit in the face because they keep claiming that they do not look at the secondary market, when if you look at how they priced this crap, they priced it perfectly to undercut everything in the secondary market. And so that this makes it just the sweet spot of where it's like, you can't get this. Like, it is right below what it would cost me distributor pricing for this product. So what you get is like 24 booster packs draft. They're mixed. It has no rhyme or reason why they're putting some things. It's like 4 Kamigawa and 3 Wild Soul Drain and like 1 of something, and then a random like, was it a Commander Masters? No, it was, there's some Modern Horizons. Oh, Dami Remastered. Okay, I think I'll splice this video together because I was on a good rant here with the Secret Lair shenanigans that is going on, and just talk back here because we did get a customer in, so that's kind of I guess I need to record before we're open here, but I'm always late to work, so that doesn't really work. So anyway, maybe my ugly mug is the better way to go. Hopefully I'm in focus here with it, but you can see my stress levels are just over 9,000 at this point with just the audacity of Wizards of the Coast and where they're going with the direction with all their products. It's not just Magic Gathering, it's still D&D. They haven't changed their tone on D&D. They're still dumping things like crazy. Today in the WPN Facebook group that the stores are a part of to try to give their feedback, there was a very tone-deaf response by one of the reps where you're not supposed to talk about like pricing on there. I mean, the Wizards of the Coast has the stupidest policy when it comes to communication. They try at the store level to keep everyone in the dark on what like the market value stuff is, what distributor pricing is, what like they strictly forbid talking about pricing on there. So a person complained, they're like, okay, what is going on with this? That Wizards of the Coast has D&D books for 40% off. So I think they come to about $28 for a D&D book, which if you are using some of the more expensive distributors, that's exactly what a store gets a book for. A D&D book they get for about 40% off MSRP, and they're supposed to sell them at MSRP. And what's even more insulting about Dungeons and Dragons, specifically Dungeons and Dragons, is it has, I should find one here, a D&D book. I'll find one right here. I'll show everyone a D&D book. It has the MSRP on the back of the book, saying that this should be sold for $49.95 is what they suggest that retails actually. I mean, it's right there on the back. Now, I actually encourage this type of stuff in products because it sets a bar. Like what I'd like to see with Wizards, I'm actually okay with them having a site. In fact, I encourage them to actually start an online site and sell directly to consumer, because I think that would be a very good thing for the market as a whole, that we can actually anchor our prices off of what the manufacturer is actually selling it for. So that's like so many other places do this. If you go to like a Honda, or so cars or bikes or rock climbing gear or whatever, stuff, fishing gear, you can usually go to the manufacturer and you can look at, I mean, they do a bunch of direct to consumer, but what they have it on is their manufacturer suggested retail price. And then stores can then reference that as what it should be going for. But what ends up happening is with Wizard of the Coast that is doing that with the D&D books, who knows when they're going to decide to do it with like sealed product, is they're giving these steep discounts that oftentimes are now distributor pricing directly to consumer, and it's just another slap in the face to stores that had to take the risk, take the overhead, play by the rules. Again, I think I've mentioned this before with contractual agreements with Wizard of the Coast, that I am not allowed to buy from secondary sources like Amazon or eBay, or like it is strictly forbidden in our contracts with distributors and Wizard of the Coast that we have to, while it's in its standard print run or in its what they consider their print run, like the 2-year print run window that is going to be available through distribution, that you are supposed to buy it from your authorized distributor. You are not supposed to buy from Amazon dumps and then sell at your store. You're not supposed to buy from other stores that are liquidating their inventory and then reselling it. There was a instance where a store got a huge warning. They got, I mean, you can't get if you get a certain amount of warnings, they cut you off from WPN, because another store in the area did not get their pre-release kits on time. And other stores like, well, we had a pretty lackluster pre-order. We're probably not going to go through a case of them. We can give you a case of pre-releases, so at least you can have your pre-release. And it's funny because this was a competitor store in the area, and another store is like, well, we don't want you to like have your events not run. That's, you know, horrible. Like, I think they were a little bit away from each other, so it didn't really impact like an hour or something like that. But they offered to just like, hey, let's help you out. You can just reimburse us. You can whatever. And the Wizards gave them a warning saying they just broke rules by selling to another store, by buying to another store. So that is, again, is why that it's just such a slap in the face to, if I was a distributor, I'd quit carrying Wizards of the Coast, except it's probably a big moneymaker for them still. But I would highly be looking at, I mean, ACD, maybe this is a blessing in disguise that Wizards of the Coast cut you off from being able to carry their products, because it's forced you to go other avenues and make other, you know, relationships with other companies that aren't screwing over distributors, stores, and players. It's not just that, it's players too. And that is what's really ticking me off about this latest secret layer is so again, I'll show the breakdown of it, but it's like a Mox Opal that's valued at about $100. Mox Tantalite's not really worth anything. There's like a Relentless Assault and a Soul Ring. They've both been printed in secret layers before. They typically go for like $5 on the secondary market for these secret layers. But it's the Mystery Convention Booster, which is currently going for like $180 on TCG Player, and the equivalent of a Draft Booster Box Plus, because you do get some Modern Horizon packs and some Dominator Remastered packs in that little draft set. So that's about valued at distributor cost. It costs me about $100 to $110, depending on how much you value those Modern Horizons and Remastered packs. So what they're doing there is now, again, a big slap in the face to distributors, stores, players, saying, hey, we're going to undervalue what you've paid for these products before and give this massive like money grab drop for people that aren't attending it. It looks to me like a liquidation sale. And, you know, this is not industry standard. This is not what corporations typically do, because they do value their strategic partner. If you are ever considering starting a store, I would not get in bed with Wizard of the Coast the way that we have. And again, the whole reason we did, though, is we were such fanboys to Magic the Gathering. I had a very thriving channel. I felt like I knew this industry inside out. I'd been with the game since Revised and been with the game on a professional level and, you know, content creation level since 2014. And so it seemed like a good fit for me to go in business with a company at that point I did trust, that did have a good record of running things properly. And it has just been one thing after another, one slap in the face after another with these products, that stores are no longer allowed to make money on any product, and then they're just getting spit right in the face when Wizard of the Coast does these stupid secret layers, and they do these now bundle drops. Now they're back into the sealed market business. And again, I'm incredibly heated right now because this is just, it's just rough. It is super rough for me to figure out how to go forward, because again, I think that Magic is beyond just this soulless, like, ridiculous corporate greed that's going on right now. And like, who are they to define that they are the kind of the keepers of? I mean, they are right now because they they're the owners of it. But still, it just makes me just, I don't know. I feel like the people that's like, I don't want to quit because I don't want to be the person that just rolls over and lets them have it. That it's worth fighting for. That this whole ecosystem of the LGS, the brand, like the collectability of it, like they're the ones that marketed the collectability. I mean, obviously they are looking at the secondary market when they price that Mox Opal into the equation, when they price that mystery convention booster into the equation, and then they put that at the 250. Like, obviously they are watching the secondary market, and it's just, again, they need to realize, and it's we've seen this happen before in the past with other corporations when they do this, is when they're like, oh, we can go direct to consumer, we don't need our strategic partners, we can do, and they just massively fail. But again, going back to a player, why I'd be pissed off as being a player too, is, okay, now they've just devalued everything that they, that what gets me is that they do these secret layers before. It's like, okay, this is what we value this at, this is what you pay for it, and then they re-release another secret layer later on for a discounted price. Like, joke's on you guys. You paid full price for it? Well, now we're blowing it out. So joke's on you. So not only do they not respect the distributors and the stores and the entire ecosystem, but they're spitting in your faces too as the players. So I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. What do we do, Chloe? Do we just jump ship? Do we just say, to hell with it all, and just be, what do we want to do? What do we want to do with our life? Do you want to start like a rock climbing company or something? What do we do? Just travel, me and you, bud, for the rest of the world? No nucks. I'm rambling now. Now I'm getting completely off course here, but thought I'd just grab the camera and start recording, because this is just an absolute nightmare. Magic 30, like, there have been so many things. I don't know why this secret layer, Las Vegas, and then where do we go forward? How do we, like, I don't want to see game stores go under. Unfortunately, Magic and Pokemon are such a massive part of the ecosystem that I don't think the stores can actually survive without being able to make decent profits off of this. But I don't know. I'm just desperate for, I mean, maybe Lorcana, if they run it properly, which I have no faith in that company though, because they've done this crap in the past with some of their other games they've put out. Maybe we can get an alternative. But again, it's the whole reason. It's 25 plus years of like being really involved in a game that I guess is at that point, part of stores' identities, part of players' identities, and it's just saddening to see where this has gone with just the absolute disconnect and disrespect that Wizards has had for everyone that's been with them for the beginning. So I hope the money's worth it. I hope these like cash grabs and everything are worth it with your dumb secret layers and your dumb direct-to-consumer policies. And again, on the WPN, it's pretty funny too, because they're like, because they keep giving the excuse, we don't control pricing on Amazon. We don't do it. It's just that they're a vendor, so they control prices. Like, okay, but how are they getting the prices for such a steep discount that they can do these drops? So Wizard Coast must be making deals that are better with Amazon than they are with their own distributors. That's A. And B, that's a bunch of hogwash, because we all know how Amazon works, because there are other brands that do require MAPs, or what we call manufacturer acceptable pricing, when there is stores that sell on TCG Player, eBay, and Amazon. So there is precedent for other companies doing it properly. So anyway, it's just, I'm sick of their excuses at this point. Like, how many times do you keep getting spit in the face and just roll over and do nothing? And at least though on the WPN, we are starting to see people that are very vocal and very angry. Like, people weren't as brazen on these forums before to be like, okay, well, we're not going to carry D&D books anymore. We're going to go to Pathfinder. Like right in Wizards' face saying, okay, we're going to support your competitors. we're gonna quit carrying this. We're gonna quit doing this if this is gonna be your explanation back for it. So that is my rant for today. Chloe's sick of me ranting. Buttons is over here hiding in the corner because he doesn't want to get involved with this. Why are you so scared, bro? I thought you were supposed to be the tough dog. But where's Bruce at? Bruce is tangled up in some cords over here. You're gonna give me at least a little bit of tail wag. Yeah. Again, though, I feel like it's worth fighting for. I'm gonna, this is still my business model. Is that okay? I'll just dump everything too. I'll continue to find deals, money up front. My profit margin will just be my kind of my labor of getting these products to you. And if no one can make money, I guess that's the way to go. We'll just continue to dump Magic product and dump and dump and dump. I guess the new strategy is accelerationism. That if it's not going to change, maybe the best thing for Magic to ever go back to how it was is just to accelerate the process of all these places going bankrupt, of distributors going bankrupt, stores going bankrupt, and the entire system collapsing before that maybe we can get back to being adults in an industry and actually respecting profit margins, respecting players, collections, respecting the game, and actually trying to promote the stupid game rather than support, try to promote sales. Like, that is exactly what they keep doing. It doesn't seem like Wizards of the Coast is even interested in running Grand Prix or running, like, even doing Arena. Arena seems like Skinnerware at this point. That it's just like, okay, let's have you, and they do the same crap on Arena, by the way, where you buy a skin for full price and then like 3 weeks later they have it at 95% discount. That kind of crap. Like, Wizards of the Coast is just, they check all the boxes on all of the scummy behavior that these online games do, and have no respect for people's purchases. And want to go for a hike? Tell it to stop raining. No, go for a hike. Anyway, nerds, that's where I'm at. I hope this wasn't too heated and too. It's just, I've just come to my breaking point again. And like I said, every time I think, I'm like, okay, I'm back on solid ground. I have a plan. This is where we're going to go. Well, now I don't really know. So I hope everyone sticks with me no matter what happens. I don't know how much longer I can actually support Magic the Gathering and Wizards of the Coast. I do know I love games, though. So I'm hoping that, I'm hoping we can all, stay together and figure out this course of action, whether it be through other games or, just, I don't know what's there left after that at that point. That's the kind of the problem that I'm in right now. But can't even think straight here. I'm hoping for a better future. Right now, it's looking pretty bleak. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll have your video again tomorrow.